Welcome back, folks, to a Let's Play Original Starcraft. The last time we left off, we had gotten the khadarin crystal, and the Overmind needed that crystal for some reason to be made manifest. I assume that means he's gonna, like, grow or something. And so now, we are on to the final mission of the Zerg campaign, which is Full Circle. Let's see what it's about. Full Circle.
You have done well, my Seraphet. The Protoss can do nothing but flee before the onslaught of the swarm. But now you must assault one final site before our conquest is assured. Behold, there is a temple not far from here that lies upon ground most hallowed. Though I have borne witness to the passing of countless millennia, the temple which you must assault is older by far. For it was constructed by my creators, the xel'naga, and it marks the site where the xel'naga first set foot upon Aiur. The temple must be cleared, and the khadarin crystal set in its place. Only then shall the way be made ready, for it is upon that ground alone that I may be manifest.
Alright, so we gotta destroy a temple. Now why exactly he requires the place where the xel'naga happened to land, I don't know, but okay. This mission's gonna work a lot like the other ones. You start out, they give you a whole bunch of resources to work with. There are two bases, two expansions on the side, which we'll probably get both of those expansions. They are somewhat well defended. The attacks can be somewhat vigorous on this map, but we'll see. They especially like to send some carriers at you. That's okay, though. We're going to do this pretty much the same way we've done all of them. We're going to build a bunch of Ultralisks and Hydralisks, and we're going to get some Zerglings as well. And we're going to send them up there with a pretty big force, because they've got a lot of Reavers defending that place. So you either got to go with air, so you can avoid it, you know, Guardians and Mutalisks, or you need to have a lot of Ultralisks which can take the punishment. I mean, you can do it. I think when I first played this game I didn't really use Ultralisks, but I'll be honest, the Ultralisks do make it easier when facing a bunch of Reavers. They do. Anything else, they're unnecessary, but when there are Reavers, or if you're going against Terran's tanks, they do make it a lot easier to get through a base. So that's, I think that's actually a little bit easier to do it that way, and I kind of prefer the ground with the Zerglings and Hydralisks. So, because they have that other stuff, I'm also going to go Ultralisks. The Guardians are cool, but you have to micro more, and I've never much loved that, to be perfectly honest. We're going to go ahead and set this guy to make a spawning pool. I don't think we start with one. But we're going to need that. We're going to need the defense. Oh, and this is way up here, huh? Alright. Can you do me a favor? Can you build another hatchery near this one? Thank you very much. We'll send these guys up a little bit to defend in case something comes our way. And we're just going to focus on getting more minerals. You know, replaying Starcraft after all this time, after playing, I haven't played Shadows of the Void or whatever it's called, or Legacy of the Void yet, but I have played, what is it, Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty, and I will say, even though I don't like timed missions as much, because you can see I just sort of slowly do it, it does the way each campaign mission has more varied objectives actually is a pretty good thing. Even if I find it annoying sometimes that... even if I sometimes find it annoying that you have to do these timed things and all that kind of stuff, it does add more interest, because especially playing for this Let's Play and I'm thinking, oh, people are watching this, I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm doing the exact same thing. And that's just how the game is. You know, you have to go through the same process for every single mission. That's just how it works. With the main difference just being the layout of the map. Brood War, I think, maybe gets a little bit better with that, but go ahead and have you build a one of these so we can build some spore colonies if and when we need them. Have you get some more minerals. So yeah, Brood War has a little bit more, but not that much. But nothing like the new ones. So I honestly actually appreciate all the greater variety they work towards getting in the newer games. Even if at times it's like, oh man, I wish they still had some missions where you can just take your time and there's no time limit. I think that's my only complaint. I wish there was at least one or two missions that were just build up your forces and, you know, without really worrying about how long it's going to take. Just for, more minerals. And you, please get some more of these. You can go here. You can go here now. We do want to build a sunken colony now. Probably right around here. We'll build a sunken colony here, or not. We'll build some sunken colonies here just in case we get an erstwhile attack from a different direction. But I think most attacks are going to come vaguely from up this way. They're going to hit here first, so that's where we're going to focus most of our defense. And I just noticed we need to get some, we need to get this going as soon as possible. And he's not going to last too long. He's not gonna last that long. Get some more of these guys. Set you up here. Some more drones would be nice. Set some more drones would be nice. Notice I don't use the hotkeys. If I was really good, I'd use hotkeys to do all that stuff, but honestly, I don't have them all memorized. So, and I don't... for the campaign, it's not really necessary anyway. But yeah, they start you off with a fair number of minerals here. So you have a really good starting position, relatively speaking. You do need to expand, though. It won't be enough, ultimately. Go ahead and potentially start working on some upgrades. We'll do this one. Oh boy. We're gonna need a Hydralisk then. go ahead and make a spore colony here. Build some more of these guys. Spawn more overlords. Alright.
We require more minerals.
We're gonna build a spore colony here. First, just to make sure that doesn't happen again. But pretty soon we're gonna have some hydralisks, so it's not gonna matter. For some reason I tend to take the left base first. I don't know why.
Spawn more overlords.
Spawn more overlords. Okay. Why don't you come and make one of these? Alright, we shouldn't get any more overlord complaints for a while. We can go ahead and build a sunken colony here as well, just to be careful. Still mostly making drones. Our mineral gathering efficiency isn't quite up to where I want it to be. You guys can come over here anyway. You tier up. Go ahead and do that. We don't need any air units this time. I don't need mutalisks. We can go and get another evolution chamber. Because why not? Might as well start doing that. We can go ahead and get this evolution working. We're probably going to want a few more of these hydralisks, because they do send scouts and carriers at us. So it's a good idea to have a few of those just in the background. We require more minerals, so we might as well get some more drones. I probably should put a few more of these things and another spore colony too. 3 more, I think, ought to be good. Because most of the attacks, I mean, even though, yeah, I got attacked over here, I think most of the attacks usually come this direction. Those carriers can be sort of a little bit of a challenge because your spore colonies won't be able to reach them. They'll only attack the, what do they call them? Interceptors, I think is what they're called. They only attack the interceptors, which is what the carrier sends out to actually attack. So that's not entirely useful. So you're gonna need some more of these, a few of these, some more zerglings. Can get one of these. And I should save up for a queen's nest, I believe. We'll get this going first. You guys come over here.
Evolution complete.
Is that right? I want to get the queen's nest going first. So now what we want to do is just have some pipe. Yeah, that's gonna be repulsed pretty well. It's fine. Some more of these. Some more of these. Maybe get some more Zerglings. Yeah, for the first one, we're just gonna do Zerglings and Hydralisks. One of the things that's kind of a challenge here, if I remember correctly, the Vespene geysers that are immediately around you don't actually have that much gas in them. And so you mine 8 gas until it's depleted, and then you only mine 2 gas. I mean, it never goes away, but you only mine 2 gas, and that's kind of a challenge on this map, is they sort of limit how much gas you can get. I think there's 3, though. There's 1, 2, 3, and then this is 4. So with those 4 taken, it kind of equates out to having an infinite 1 Vespene geyser. Alright, you go ahead and do this. You go ahead and do this. And you go ahead and do this. We're gonna get some more Zerglings. There aren't any Reavers on the side bases, so you don't need to worry about that. But I think after we get this little bout of guys, we ought to be good for taking over one of those other bases. We'll get greater rate of gas influx, which we can use for evolving and eventually Ultralisk creation. Alright, I'm willing to attempt this. I'm gonna go over this side base here. Let's go, guys. We'll send our free Ultralisk we got at the beginning with us.
Our forces are under attack.
Guys to go attack this. Now they may or may not have an arbiter to call him back, I don't remember. Yeah, those carriers can take a lot of damage, but he's gone now. Boy. We lost a lot of guys that time.
Our forces are under attack.
We're just gonna mass Zerglings here. That attack didn't go quite as well as it could. But fortunately, we have a lot of Zerglings to come help out. I don't really want to lose this Ultralisk. Do is just send him back over here. He can come heal. No reason to lose him at this point. We're gonna make some more guys. We're gonna upgrade this. I guess I should please come back here and heal, sir. Zerglings, you go ahead and finish taking this off. It's a good thing about Zerg, they can very quickly redo their forces, so if you have a crushing, embarrassing defeat like I just did,
our forces are under attack.
You can replace them pretty quickly. There are some hydralisks coming to help.
Our forces are under attack.
I think it wasn't the most elegant win, but I think it definitely counts. It's going to count, because we will get that base.
Our forces are under attack.
Well, the base itself is down here.
Attack.
We might as well get some drones in here getting ready for our newly acquired base. Yeah, there's not much recipe gas in there, so it helps, but not much. It's okay though, we will take it. Going to take it. Notice too, there's some more minerals we can gather here. Anything else down here? There's a fair amount of minerals there. That's one of the reasons it's better not to go too heavy on Guardians, because getting enough gas for that is it's not so bad. But when your only expensive thing is those ultralisks, and you don't need that many anyway. Alright, where's my drone here? Please do. One's probably good. Yes, there wasn't really much of a base. They had enough that they caused some problems, but it wasn't too bad. We're gonna get our old overlords faster, because we will need to be able to deal with cloaked units eventually.
Spawn more overlords.
Okay, we'll spawn some more overlords. We're gonna get that going. I don't need the Ultralisk Den right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and build it. So that it's ready and I don't have to think about it. You can go build here. Alright, this is pretty much taken care of. I'm just going to send you guys back here, and you can serve as defense.
Forces are under attack.
Good, good, good. Notice I never get Burrow. I never bother researching Burrow. It's just such a not especially useful ability. Unless you're really, really micro. And since I don't really micro, at least not in the campaign, it's not that important. I think microing's more for when you're playing someone on a ladder match or something, which, you know, I was only ever okay at. computer, you don't have to worry that much about it. I suppose another thing I can do, since we are running out of minerals, is come make a base closer to this, and then we can start mining it. I'll just do it like... it's about as good as you can do. Yeah, where? Okay. The attack was happening right there, but my units decided, nah, I don't need to do anything about that. I think I should have a bit stronger of a force to go after this other side base.
Evolution complete.
Yeah, but that's one of the things. You're going to have a lot more minerals than you're going to have Vespene in this, until you, for the most part. I think that's a accurate, I guess you could say, criticism. There's an observer there. Not criticism, it's just a reality of the map. So 3 of you guys are immediately going to have Starcraft. And then I can have this build some more of these. Actually, I probably need 4 guys going after that. My geyser's depleted, so now my Vespene gas is really low. Oh god. I'm glad he didn't attack there. That was really stupid on the AI's part. It could have totally blown up all those drones. Very easily. How are you healing? Oh, you're getting there. We'll get, I don't know, 3 sunken colonies? So one of my other Let's Plays was Total Annihilation Kingdoms. One other thing I liked about Total Annihilation Kingdoms compared to Starcraft, yeah, I know, Starcraft is clearly the much better game, but one of the things about it is that you can select all the units, as many units as you wanted. You didn't have to, I think I have enough here for this. You didn't have to select 12 at a time like this, and this, like, having to reselect and attack, and reselect and attack, it's really annoying. I mean, I suppose it's to encourage you to be more, I don't know, tactful or something, but one of the things I like about this game over that one, well, there's a lot of things, but one of them is the fact that in that game, your buildings counted as your supply. Like, you could only have 200, but every building you'd make counted towards the supply, whereas in this game, it doesn't. Of course, in Annihilation Kingdoms, they had a lot of attacking buildings, a lot more than in this one. So, in some way, it makes sense, like, you had to make it count, because then otherwise, people would just make towers infinitely. Those towers were pretty powerful. Alright, it looks like this attack is going a lot better than my previous one. We're gonna make some more Hydralisks, because it looks like there's a whole bunch of air units over there. And you guys can go ahead and start. Teal isn't a super developed AI, he doesn't do too much. Oh god. Get it, kill it, kill it. So the Reavers can't immediately attack. They have to build scarabs before they can attack. So it's going to take him a minute to get his scarab and then attack with it. So if they pop out of their building like that, typically you can spawn more overlords. Alright. I'm going to be spawning a bunch of overlords. Thank you very much. We can send a few guys over here to mine this. Send you guys to mine this. Spawn more overlords. Right.
Our forces are under attack.
Please do. Let's attack. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and make, we're gonna send a few of these guys over here. Take this base. And you'll notice there's one solitary depleted geyser right here, which is not very defensible. I mean, it is, but it's depleted. But because we have so little gas, let's see how much this has. Yeah, this is depleted too. See all the depleted gas here? Since it's depleted, we're going to take all of these different ones. All of them. We'll go ahead and make a few of those. Actually, first, we're going to make sure we have this completely evolved. Looks like we do. Make a few more. And we're going to have a lot of zerglings. Because we have a lot more minerals than we have anything else. So, the first thing I'm going to do is you can come here and get this geyser. You can come here and get as close to that geyser as possible, because that's the most important thing. I'm going to send you guys up here, because we're also going to take this geyser. Because we're going to leave a few units here for defense, just in case. And then we're going to do that. You are going to come up here, and we're going to see how exactly we're going to do this. One thing you can do is do that. We're not really going to need to drop, so I'm not going to worry about that. One thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to send up some zerglings to attack, to sort of explore a little bit. Because we're going to have plenty of minerals. So we're going to make tons of zerglings. And then, I'm not going to send them all up like that, but I will send some of them. Build you. You guys, why don't you just come over here? That's fine. You guys, why don't you come deplete this? Alright.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, there it goes. That's how far they got. Nope. Those 6 zerglings, or however many, are giving them trouble, huh? Oh, here come in the big guns. They're not going to last very long. Let's go here. I would like you to build another hatchery. As close as you can get. There you go. One of you guys can just come over here, please. So there is enough resources here to get things done. It's just kind of spread out, and there is The gas is kind of limited, honestly. We'll send you here. So that creates kind of a challenge. That's why it's somewhat better to go ground units. That way you can build like this infinite supply of zerglings, even though they're gonna get destroyed somewhat. It's like, well, whatever. I have so many minerals and not enough gas, I might as well just zergling rush and get as many of them as I can. Alright, you guys go ahead and start mining this some more. We'll have a couple guys going and doing that. I don't need to build a base closer. It's fine. I'm getting enough inflow of resources here. I'm not too fussed about it. Let's see, how's it going up here? I suppose we can send a few, send these guys up here and hope they don't die. Build some more ultralisks. I need to be careful not to build too many ultralisks compared to my hydralisks. You're almost healed, that's good. Alright, things seem to be going well. Oh!
Our forces are under attack.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. It's not good.
Our forces are under attack.
Come on. Get him. We lost a few drones, we'll make some more. Definitely need some more hydralisks.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, what's the problem now? Yeah, they got some pretty good upgrades on them, too. I really should probably defend this but I don't care. Send this up here, we'll make some more hydralisks. We do want a few more ultralisks though before we go on our big attack. Let's see here. Oops. Don't know why I didn't have that going. We're gonna go ahead and build, oh, I don't know, one spore colony, maybe two sunken colonies. What's the problem? What's the issue? You can't do that. You guys move over here. Not you. You? I want to build here. We'll start with a sunken colony.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, now what? Alright, well, whatever, I guess. Do want to make sure we have enough hydralisks. Because that has happened. I'll go in and I'll destroy most of their buildings, but then there'll be some air units. But typically, if you wipe out most of their base, it's... yeah, you might have to prepare another attack, but it's not that big a deal. I'm gonna go ahead and have these start first, and then I'll build, I guess, 2 more of these defensive buildings. Just to gonna send these up here to make... Well... They have to go so far around. You don't have to go as far around, though. Use you. Build some ultralisks. More zerglings. There is a beacon up at this temple, but you don't need to bring anything to the beacon. It doesn't matter that much. But we're almost out of capacity. Well, why don't we build some more capacity? Uh-oh, what's going on here?
Our forces are under attack.
Alright, Hydralisks. Come on over here. For now, until you get sent to your attack. I can't build any more until I get some more overlords. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that it's probably more likely it's gonna get an air attack than it is going to get a ground attack. So I'm gonna do 2 spore colonies.
Require more Vespine gas.
No, we sure do. Oh. Plenty of room for more zerglings. I think everything's upgraded. Can't upgrade anything in the ultralisks in the original game. A real pity. Here we go here. Should at least one more ultralisk. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to destroy all the way up to there, but I think I'll be able to get a long ways of the way. And I'm gonna go ahead and risk it, and bring all my defensive units from here. Well, I'm gonna leave some of those guys there, but I'm gonna take these guys. If I can push through and destroy... Oh, psi limit exceeded. I'm gonna send 4 overlords. I'm gonna have them following an ultralisk. Let's see here. I think we're just about ready. Now the zerglings and the hydralisks are both faster than the ultralisks. And the zerglings are especially a lot faster than the ultralisks. Like, by a lot. So when you're doing this, you want to give your ultralisk quite a bit of a head start. You don't want... You want to let them go for a second and start running up there, because the zerglings and the hydralisks will catch up. They will catch up. So I'm gonna let the ultralisks get about halfway through from here to there, and then I'm gonna send the rest of my dudes. And we'll say that's about good. I'm gonna send the rest of them. So we want those ultralisks to get in there first and soak up that damage. We don't want to accidentally get all our weak units in there before the ultralisks can get there. Because that's how you're going to get some issues.
forces are under attack.
And there's some more guys here. We're going to send them as well. And then we're going to watch and see how things go. Ultralisk did get first. The Zerglings caught up not too much after that. Not really too worried about those air units. They do not have the ability. What's going on over here? Now, some guys decide to take an alternate route. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about them. I was expecting more Reavers, to be honest. I'm not sure. I wonder if I just attack and kill the temple, if that's it. Like, does it even matter? Oh, the Hydralisks are finally arriving. That's good. And that may be the end. Okay, that was kind of hard to hear with all the sound effects in the back. What's going on here?
Our forces are under attack.
Well, I'm not doing that. Oh, bring the khadarin crystal. Oh, okay. Alright, so we don't want to do that just yet. What we want to do is clear out everything that's here. And we're going to want to clear this out as well. I don't know what's over here, but we're going to want to clear that out.
Our forces are under attack.
We're going to want to get rid of some of this stuff here, too. Wild Zerg Rush. That's fine.
Our forces are under attack.
I think there weren't as many Reavers as I thought there'd be, so we're going to just focus on more Hydralisks and Zerglings, since they'll get there faster. Alright, Mr. Hydralisks, you need to come in here. Get this guy. Get this, I guess. Here, you guys go do this. I mean, they could attack those Ultralisks all day without making a dent. It's like, they barely hurt them. Alright, I want you guys to come here. That carrier can do more damage. Alright, you guys attack up here.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, you can go mess with Red some more. Go ahead. Please do. No reason to let Red get away with being a knothead. If you can get there. I don't know how you get in there. Anyway, let's go ahead and send our khadarin crystal war up here. Might as well finish. I feel like it's just about over. And then once they do that, we'll send them up to Red. I think as soon as that drone gets to the beacon, the mission's over. But there's not really going to be anything that can do anything about that, so... This mission's actually easier than the previous one, I'd argue. What's this? Might as well get some of these.
Our forces are under attack.
Some more of these. gonna send these guys too. We'll send you up here to help. Is there a way in over here? Let's go, guys. Figure it out. Oh.
Now shall the events set into motion so long ago be made complete. For the Protoss too were created by the xel'naga. They were the first creation, gifted with a purity of form, and we were the second creation, blessed with a purity of essence. Indeed, our two species are but opposite facets of a greater whole. Soon shall our two races be made as one. Thenceforth shall all feel the wrath of the eternal swarm, for the hour of judgment is come.
Very epic. Alright, so that's the end of the Zerg campaign. There is a cutscene that comes after this, and I intend to upload that as a separate video. I hope you enjoyed so far. Honestly, that mission, I think the mission previous to this one was actually harder than this one was. This one wasn't that bad. I'm surprised I felt like they should have had more units, more attacks, and that kind of stuff. But whatever. Alright, we'll go ahead and look at the victory screen. I'm going to turn it off if it goes straight to the cutscene. Otherwise, we'll look at the victory screen. If not, I'm just immediately going to cut it off as soon as the video starts and upload the video separately. Anyway, let's see. It didn't. Yeah, so I think we did alright. Yeah, I didn't produce as many units. I did lose a whole bunch of units. Wow, I lost a lot of units. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Later, folks.